What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video of Piggy Garage. I actually meant to film this outside, but it started raining and I literally just washed my car. Hopefully it brushes over. I don't even know if I'm in frame right now, but I'm just wiping down the GT350R. I'm using Adam's edgeless towels. It's great for, you know, wiping the water off the windows, and it actually doesn't streak at all, which is a must with windows. I just wanted to, you know, bring up like a talking point today about the Ford GT, as you guys can see in the title. So a lot of people know that the Ford GT was a limited run car. There's only X amount of cars that were given out, and you had to be pre-selected and go through a whole, you know, allocation like request where you submit a video online to Ford. It had to be 1 minute in length, and it had to say why Ford should choose you to get a GT350, or I mean a Ford GT, sorry. And so those people in 2017 are the people lucky enough to get selected to get a Ford GT in 2017, and then now there's another group that has been selected for a 2019. This is VO7 spray. I just sprayed on to separate the water from the paint. It makes for drying the car a lot easier. Chemical guys, by the way. I don't know if you guys can still see me if I'm in frame or not. But anyway, so la-da-da-da-da, the people were picked. A lot of people got their butt hurt because they weren't picked for the Ford GT, and you know, there's arguments to be said that Ford didn't really pick the best people. They kind of picked celebrities, and what you've come to find out, or what I've come to find out, because I did apply for one of these cars, is that no one drove them. That was one of the things Ford wanted people that were going to drive the car and, you know, give Ford the attention that it deserves, because the Ford GT is an awesome car, as I've seen a couple in person, and I also submitted a request to get one both years, 2017 and 2019, and I wasn't lucky enough to get chosen or picked for a Ford GT allocation. But anyway, back to my really main topic of this video. What I want to talk to you guys about is that now those 2017s are actually coming up to their end of terms, the 2-year contract where you had to keep the car for 2 years before you could sell it. And you know, John Cena, he sold his, and Ford took him to court. And then there was a couple that went up for sale at Barrett Jackson and whatnot, but those were really pretty much charity cars, so they brought ludicrous money. But anyway, so now that the 2 years is up, there's actually one on eBay. It is a green Ford GT, beautiful spec, and I guess the contract is up to where the owner of the vehicle, the lucky owner, can now sell the car, and he is asking 1.49 million, which is a crazy ordeal. You know, that's more than you know, you can probably, I think you can get a 918 Spider for that price. We're talking about hypercar prices. And my big talking point today is, do you guys really think that the Ford GT is worth the money that people are going to be asking? Because, you know, this is just the first guy. So depending on how this car sells, it's really going to dictate how all the other cars sell. Now, I know there is factors regarding, you know, color and spec and all that, and how bad someone wants it, but you know what? I'm going to be honest. I think that the cars are going to bring over $1 million due to the fact that a lot of these really wealthy individuals that were, you know, picked to get a Ford GT allocation are, you know, have the money to now buy the car. And when money's no object, as it is for some people, they can pay astronomical amounts of dollars. Now, this Ford GT, I have been tracking it for quite some time. It's been for sale for the last couple weeks, and I've been trying to make this video. I just haven't had a lot of time. Been dealing with a lot of things. As you guys could see, my AC went out on my daily driver, so that was a pain in the ass. A pain in the butt. But the car hasn't sold yet. Now, I believe it's just a matter of time before the car does sell, because I think it's just, you know, it's going to be just like the Bugattis or the 918 Spider. I mean, the MSRP on the 918 Spider was 700 and some thousand, and now those cars bring over $1 million. It's an amazing car. You can watch videos on it on YouTube, as I have. I don't think I've seen one in person. I might have once, but it's a beautiful car, and yeah, I think it's the Ford GT is just going to follow the footsteps of the McLaren P1, the Senna, and all those things where, you know, people are picking them up. You know, the Ford GT is $450,000 MSRP, and depending on your spec and color and everything else, it can get up to over $500,000. I believe, what's his name? Drawing a blank. Andy Frisella paid well over $500,000 for his orange Ford GT. But another point I want to bring up is that these people were meant to drive these cars, but what I've found, even when I talked to the president of Ford, who has a Ford GT, they really don't even drive these cars. The president of Ford himself only had 300 miles on his Ford GT. In the Von Gittin Jr. video, if you guys watch that, he only has 500 miles on his Ford GT. So a lot of people don't even drive these cars, which is sad because it honestly is such an amazing vehicle. It deserves to be driven. Now, I understand a lot of people that bought the cars probably have a big car collection, but it just stinks that people that really, I think, probably would have done more things with a car, like daily driven exotics, and, you know, people in that manner where they actually will drive it all the time and enjoy the car and showcase the car, probably should have deserved it a little bit more than the people that are just using it to make money. Don't get me wrong, I love money. If I had one, it's hard to say that I wouldn't, you know, sell it. If, you know, it's hard to find something that gives you a return on investment that, you know, you have, you know, paid $400,000, $500,000, and if this one sells for $1.5 million, you know, that's a good return on investment right there. You know, you'd be stupid not to, you know, capitalize on that, especially when you've already enjoyed the vehicle. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to, you know, ask your guys' opinion on what do you think the Ford GT is worth? What would you pay for it? Me, I don't have $1 million to spend on the car. I don't think I ever will, because I'd rather own, you know, multiple cars. Now, I was having this talk with someone today about, you know, what I would get to replace this, and I really don't know. You know, this car checks the GT350R checks a lot of boxes for me, and it's, you know, I paid I think $97,000 for this, not to include tax or anything. And you know, I've taken a hit. These cars go for anywhere from $70,000 to $80,000 now. So, you know, we're talking about a $17,000 hit, but you know what? I buy these cars because I enjoy driving. My passion is cars. And I really didn't buy this to make money on it. I bought it because it's an awesome car. It's a phenomenal car. And You know, it competes with the GT3 RSs and the Turbo S's, the Lamborghini and Lamborghini Huracans. It's, you know, not as nice inside. The interior is not as nice as those cars, but for me, it's, you know, the driving experience with the manual gearbox and everything. This car just does it for me. I know we're getting a little bit off topic here, but I'm just expressing to you guys that it's crazy that these cars nowadays, you're getting up to these astronomical prices. Now, just because it's for sale for that much doesn't mean it's going to sell for that much. But I honestly believe that all the Ford GTs that come up for sale, just because of the limited number, they're going to bring big money. But yeah, guys. Actually, real quick point: if you look at the, you know, 04, 05 GTs, or it might be 05, 06 Ford GTs, they were MSRP 130-some thousand. Now, some of them bring $500,000 for the GT edition, or the Golf edition. Sorry. So, you know, let me know in the comments below what you guys think the Ford GT is worth. And let me know if you could, you know, had any dream car, you know, no matter what the cost, what would it be? Thanks again for watching, guys. Sorry for being all over the place and trying to get my car dried off. Kind of stinks that it started raining, but guys, as always, thanks again for watching. If you have any comments or questions about anything, how I like this car, what other cars I like, if you're buying your first car and you want some suggestions on it, or how to buy a modified car and what to look for, just ask. I'm here for you guys, and I appreciate each and every one of you. So stay tuned for some more videos. I got some videos coming out soon. Thanks, guys.